The US dollar is being beaten up in 2025, but I wouldn't say it's dead yet. This graph shows the results of a survey of 800 institutional investors about whether they were bearish or bullish on the US dollar. And you can see here that in 2025, we had that spike much higher where there's a lot of bullishness taking place in 2024, I should say. And that totally flipped and has gone all the way down here. And there's a really bearish sentiment with the US dollar amongst institutional investors at this time. I put this graph in my July newsletter here. This is the US dollar on a yearly basis from 1972 to 2025. The red line here is 1973, so that was the worst year at the midpoint for the US dollar. And here in blue here, that's 2025. You can see here that that's also a very bad performance, negative 10.47% at the end of June. So second worst year since 1973, including 1973. But it should be known, just beware that with the US dollar in 1973, the second half of the year was very strong for the US dollar. Now, it still didn't end up positive on the year, but it was still quite strong. So investors shouldn't give up on the US dollar quite yet. This graph shows the DXY for the US dollar starting in 1990. You can see here that we've seen this overall trend. It's been moving higher overall. Yes, of course, there's been some ups and downs here. And we're still relatively high compared to normal historical standards. So it's not like the US dollar has fallen off the face of the earth. Yes, the US dollar did have a weak first half of the year, but that was due to some very unique circumstances. We saw institutions, pensions around the world, not sure of what was going to take place with the tariffs, and so we saw them sell off a lot of positions in the US and redomicile some of the money back into their home countries as well. I would not count on that trend on a go-forward basis, even if the tariff situation continues. The bigger factor here at play, I think, is that, yes, the US is probably going to start to cut rates soon, but other countries are still cutting rates as well at the same time. So it's a real relative perspective. And the US economy is stronger than, let's say, for instance, many countries in Europe as well. And if we do start to run into a volatile situation, it's likely we're going to start to see more investors move back into the US dollar.